Ready?
18.
It's 4 o'clock. I think we'll call the Board of Adjustment meeting to order. Angie, you want to call the roll?
Gwen Belkamp. Here. Terry Broxbaum.
Here.
Dave Vandenbrink.
Here.
Renee Popke. Here. April Schaefer.
Here.
Dean Van Marl.
Here.
Lee Ruber.
Here.
Item 2, approve the minutes of the May 22nd, 2024 meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Broxbaum.
Yes.
Vandenbrink.
Yes.
Popke. Yes. Schaefer.
Yes.
Van Marl.
Yes.
Rubers.
Yep.
Belkamp. Yes.
Item 3, consider variance to allow off-site premise sign at 320 West Park Street, Summit Locations, LLC. And Lauren's not here, and I think it's Dave, is that right? Tom, sorry. And you're representing Summit?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. You want to talk to us a little bit?
Sure. Yep, so
I guess we need your last name, Tom.
Yep, you bet, Wicks, W-I-C-K-S. So, unfortunately for everyone, I got C- in public speaking, so here we go. So, try to make do. So I'm with Summit Locations. I'm the leasing agent for Iowa and Minnesota. I actually grew up in Spirit Lake, so it's kind of nice to get back in the northwest corner, but I didn't realize all this flooding, so it's unfortunate. So we're number 12 in the nation. We got about, at the end of the year, we'll have about 5,000 billboards across the country. But so it's our first one that we're applying for a permit here in Sheldon. I believe we're looking for an extra 60 feet on each side. Our typical billboard is an 8 by 20. Jump back to give us a little bit of history on us. We've been around since 2009. We don't advertise, we're not Christian-based, but our owner is. We don't advertise alcohol, gambling, anything sexual in nature like strip club, sex shop, anything like that we avoid as well. Even politics are even optional. We try to stay away from them. We just leave it up to the discretion of the landowner. It doesn't take much to make anyone mad anymore. So anyway, and we can't differentiate between Republican or Democrat. So we're looking for an extra 60 square feet, or 60 feet on each side, so.
Okay. Just for some information for the board, we did approve a sign at the corner of 60 and 18, and that sign's 80 square feet, basically 64 and then 16 lit. The current rules that are in place allow for 100 square foot signs. This one is 160 square foot. That's the request for the variance. And the way the ordinance reads, we have to have a proven hardship if we grant the variance. Now, it's my opinion that being able to put a 100 square foot sign is not a hardship. Mm-hmm. It fits the code. And so you are not being denied the ability to put a sign, and it's at the car wash, Dave's Car Wash site. You're not being denied the application for a sign.
Right.
It's for a much larger sign than we've got currently authorized in the town of Sheldon. So my opinion is the current ordinances are being under review. We should deny the variance and allow them to have the 100 square foot sign. And I'll open it for discussion.
I have a question.
Sure.
What is your hardship?
We you know what, to be honest with you, we don't have one.
Okay.
8 by 20 is just kind of a standard billboard size. So once again, we're just, we're taking a shot in the dark, to be honest with you. So.
Fair, thank you.
Yeah.
You said that these ordinances are under review right now. Okay, so that could change in the future.
Planning and zoning's taking a look at all the signs in the area.
Okay.
And honestly, if you get one in, you would be grandfathered in probably.
Okay.
But 100 square foot is a big sign also.
Right.
And how high does it go?
Let's
What's
see.
the height?
Does everyone have a map by chance, or
yeah.
mechanical drawing?
Yep.
Okay, yep, I believe it is, yeah, it's 23 feet, so, it's 15 foot from the bottom of the board to the ground, and then 8 foot sign, so 8 by 20.
And you're asking for an additional 60 feet? Where is that?
60 feet per side. It's 100 square feet per
Oh, we're
side
above the
currently.
100.
Yep,
Mhm. Okay.
yep. So an 8 by 20 would laid out 160.
Go ahead.
95% of our advertising is local advertising. We'll start literally in the city of Sheldon, and then we have to work out, but our owners in Ohio Farm Kids, we just taught to go to True Value and Hardware Hank versus Home Depot and Lowe's. So, so we're just trying to offer an extra tool for our business, for your local businesses.
Just out of curiosity, what would be your second game plan here if this does not pass?
Yeah, if this, we'd have to go back and reevaluate. Like I said, our 8 by 20 is kind of our standard size. So we'd have to go back and whether we'd want to put up a 100 square foot or not sign. You know, a lot of times we start getting into lettering, smaller lettering.
Right.
Not just, you know, the name of the place, but, you know, a phone number, an email, website address, that type of thing. So, so it'd go back to our review board, I guess, and see what we want to do.
How soon does the zoning and planning intend to take this up?
July 17, they're going to start the process with everything we have going on. It could be next year before the ordinance
Anything
comes,
changes?
before the ordinance comes through. So there's a fair amount of discussion to be had.
And would you be waiting for that, or would you proceed either with a 100 square foot sign or
We
nothing
would,
at all?
obviously, that'd probably be, Plan B's probably wait, and then we can, you know, we'd build some other ones, you know, in the area
Yeah.
where we could get an 8 by 20. Our build cost, on an 8 by 20 is just, that just works for us, I guess. And, so anyway, so we take a look. So, you know, with the smaller build size, it's pretty common in northwest Iowa, so, compared to some other counties and throughout Iowa. So, so, you know, it's something we expected, everything else, so we're just trying to get that 8 by 20 size, so.
Sam, you had a question?
So, Tom, just so that you're aware, if the board denies this permit application, you would need to file a new permit application for a smaller.
Yep, correct.
Any other questions for Tom?
I make a motion, we deny the variance request.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Call the roll, Angie.
Hopkey. Yeah. Schaefer? Yes. Demmerle?
So it's yes to deny?
Correct.
Yes.
Rivers?
Yes.
Danbury?
Yes.
Belkamp? Yes. Roxbaum?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right,
Tom.
you bet, thank you.
Good luck with getting her to put smaller sign up.
All
and
right.
it's
Yeah,
up to you.
will do, thank you very much.
Item 4, consider variance to allow 2 principal structures on 1 lot. Emmanuel, Wade Heemskirk. Wade?
You don't know me, I'm Wade Heemskirk, but we're trying to build a youth building for our RCYF. So we're getting a variance because we only allow one building on that
Wade, can you put the microphone
sorry.
closer? We're recording this.
premises on the grounds of Emmanuel CRC there. So we'd like to build a separate building on the south side of our parking lot there.
And the building would be for a youth?
Correct.
And if I'm understanding correctly, I'm paging through my stuff here to see it, but it looks like your lot is sufficiently sized
Correct.
that if you split it, there would be no variance requirement. that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And at this point in time, the reason that you're asking for it is because there's already a building on the lot, and it's residential
Correct.
area.
Correct.
And if we denied this, you would have to spend the money for a survey to split the lot, is that correct?
Correct.
So there's really, in my opinion, there's really no reason to deny this variance. I think it's a good project, and I would suggest that we approve it. You can go ahead and ask Wade any questions if you want to have further discussion.
Will this have a basement under it?
No.
I agree. Go up.
Should be outlawed.
The way, have you determined if you're going to ask the cemetery board for a connection to the North Cemetery Road?
Yeah, we are going to plan on doing that. We
You
have
are gonna
not done
ask
that yet.
Okay.
Correct. Because we'd like to kind of utilize that road and maybe some parking and ways to get around there too. So we will be in contact with the cemetery board as well.
Okay. So once you're ready with that, assuming this goes through, once you're ready to make that ask, just give me a letter or an email so I can get an agenda item and get the cemetery board together so
Okay.
they meet once a year or
Whenever they need
greater,
to.
so they don't meet very often.
Okay.
It's Dave's favorite board.
Sure.
I make a motion, we approve the variance request.
Thanks, Lee. Thank you.
Second.
Thanks, Renee. Call the roll?
Schaefer? Yes. Hopkins? Yes. Vandenbrink?
Yes.
Roxbaugh?
Yes.
Belkamp? Yes. Van Marl?
Yes.
Rivers?
Yes.
Motion carried. Wade, thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You bet. City manager's report.
I don't have any.
Everything's wonderful, no flood.
It's all about attitude, right?
Yeah, I think we did good to get the whole Board of Adjustment here in spite of the weather that we had.
Thanks for
So that's
coming.
why.
Thanks for coming today.
You bet.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Thank you. Call the roll?
Belkamp? Yes. Roxbaugh?
Yes.
Vandenbrink?
Yes.
Hopkins? Yes. Schaefer? Yes. Van Marl?
Yes.
Rivers?
Yes.
See you at the next one.
Which one?